Pregnancy is a lot. You're growing a human being, your digestion might be off, your energy levels might be low, and people all around seem to have an opinion as to what you should or shouldn't eat. Hi, welcome back. My name is Amanda, registered dietitian and mom of two, and I love helping families make nutritious meals taste amazing. Today, we're gonna head into Costco and I'm gonna share the top 5 nutrients that most pregnant women need more of and foods that you can get at Costco to help you meet those nutrient needs. The first nutrient is folate, and folate is critical for neural tube development, but also for red blood cell production, which increases during a pregnancy. My 2 favorite foods to recommend is, firstly, red split lentils. Red split lentils are one of the best sources of folate. These ones are just so easy to add because all you need to do is just soak them and then they simmer and make into a really soft kind of like puree almost consistency. So you make a delicious dal, a soup. You can also make my 1 ingredient red split lentil tortilla recipe, which I absolutely love. And then the second food is avocados. Avocados are not only a great source of folate, but they're also a really good source of soluble fiber, so preventing constipation in pregnancy. And they also provide a good source of potassium, which is really critical for hydration and electrolyte support. With avocados, you can mash them to a guacamole, you can put it onto avocado toast, you can throw it into your smoothies, or you can even make one of my favorites is avocado shake. The second nutrient is iodine, and this one's often overlooked, but iodine needs increases during pregnancy because it supports your thyroid hormone production, which is needed for babies' brain development. The 2 foods that I love recommending when it comes to supporting iodine needs in your body are the Greek yogurt and sardines. Greek yogurt is one of the most reliable sources of iodine. You can add to your smoothies, make a yogurt bowl. My favorite way when I was pregnant was blending the yogurt in my batter for my protein and waffles to make it a high protein version. Now sardines, I know a lot of people are probably rolling your eyes because you're like, how the heck am I gonna eat these sardines? They're so smelly and I'm pregnant. Well, you can always take the can of sardines and mash it into a sardine cake. I also love making sardine pate with caramelized onions and mushrooms and butter, and then blending that all into a creamy mousse form and then spreading it on some crackers. You gotta give it a try though. Nutrient is choline, and this is a super important one because choline is really critical for babies' brain and nervous system development. Women are usually really far from the actual recommended needs for choline, even when they're not pregnant. So my first food I recommend for choline are eggs because they are super economical and very easy to prepare, especially during pregnancy. You can scramble them, you can have them hard-boiled as a quick snack, but you can also bake them into your muffins and even stir it into your oatmeal, as oatmeal is a very comforting food for a lot of pregnant women. And make sure though you eat the yolk because the choline is in the yolk. The second is beef. Now you can use ground beef. I also really like the sliced beef. And the main reason is that they're just so easy to prepare. You can just throw them into a pan, stir fry them lightly with a little bit of salt and pepper and maybe a little garlic, add it to rice, add it to noodles, have some frozen, like pre-portion it and freeze it as it's a really large amount. But it's just so easy to prepare and it's a great source of choline, protein, and zinc. Fourth nutrient is selenium. Selenium is required for thyroid hormone activation and it supports your immune system and also protects your cells from oxidative stress, which naturally increases during pregnancy. My top 2 selenium-rich foods that I recommend from Costco are, number 1, Brazil nuts. You only need about 1 or 2 a day, and that's plenty. More is not better when it comes to eating Brazil nuts for selenium because you can get into toxicity really easily. So just 1 or 2. The second is light tuna. You can either get the Rio Mare that's in olive oil or the Kirkland solid light tuna in water. Both are fantastic choices depending on how you like to enjoy it. I love the Rio Mare just on like greens, but the light tuna is great for making into a casserole, tuna sandwich, or tuna cakes. The 5th nutrient is iron. Iron needs significantly increase during pregnancy because of the increase in red blood cell production and the oxygen demands that are needed for both mom and baby. 2 of my favorite iron-rich foods happen to be in the frozen aisle because convenience is honestly key during pregnancy. Here I have some just lean beef patties. Only ingredient is beef. They are uncooked though, so throw it on the frying pan or stick it in your air fryer. These are 1/4 pound portions. They also have the 1/3 pound for the ones with bigger appetites. But when I was pregnant, I always craved burgers and I loved serving it with my Bubby's bread and butter pickles. If you haven't tried those, You gotta try it out. And then the second option are some of these breakfast turkey sausages. In the morning time, again, you can throw it on the pan, you can throw it in your air fryer, add an egg, or have some Greek yogurt on the side to kind of round it off. But both of these are such convenient options, especially when you have low energy, but you still need your iron. Now, when it comes to iron, always make sure to eat it with some vitamin C rich foods for optimal absorption. Today, we focused on 5 key nutrients that pregnant women need more of, and I hope it gave you some new, fresh ideas. Pregnancy can be hard for some people, so don't strive for perfection, just strive for simplicity and realistic food choices day to day. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and like and share with your pregnant friends. And until next time, relish every bite.